Picture this: college football's golden boy, Travis Hunter. The man fans once hailed as untouchable, now standing at the center of a storm so wild it feels ripped. Straight from a reality TV script. Just months ago, his life looked perfect, multi-million-dollar endorsements, a dazzling career trajectory, and a marriage that seemed like the ultimate fairy tale. But behind the glossy Instagram posts and red carpet smiles, insiders say the truth was far darker. According to shocking reports, Hunter's wife has just dropped a bombshell, filing for divorce and demanding a jaw-dropping $40 million payout. You heard that right, $40 million? The whispers on social media are relentless. Was this a love story turned nightmare, or a carefully calculated takedown? Friends close to the couple claim explosive fights were tearing the marriage apart for months, while fans are stunned to see their idol's empire unravel in real time. And as court documents threaten to expose hidden secrets about money, betrayal, and loyalty, Hunter's picture-perfect image is crumbling at lightning speed. So, how did one of football's brightest stars go from living the dream to allegedly staring down bankruptcy papers? Tonight, we peel back the curtain on the chaos, the accusations, and the betrayals that could ruin everything. Travis Hunter's fall from grace didn't begin overnight. From the outside, his life looked like a fairy tale built on fame, fortune, and fairy lights. But if you peel back the glossy filter, insiders say the cracks in his marriage had been showing for months, even years. The story begins with whispers of jealousy, hidden resentment, and a love that was slowly rotting under the weight of expectations. When fans saw Travis and his wife posing together on red carpets, smiling as though nothing could touch them, no one could have imagined the reality simmering beneath those designer clothes. Friends close to the couple revealed that the marriage had turned into a battlefield. Arguments that once started over small things like missed dinners or forgotten anniversaries soon escalated into explosive shouting matches about money, loyalty, and control. Travis focused on his career and endorsements, often brushed aside his wife's complaints, thinking they were just part of the pressure that came with fame. But to her, every dismissive shrug felt like another dagger in the heart. "You think I'm just here for your highlight reels?" she reportedly snapped during one late-night fight, the sound of shattering glass echoing through their lavish mansion. "You wouldn't even notice if I disappeared tomorrow." Those words, sources say, stuck with Travis. He tried to drown out the guilt with long practice hours and even longer nights away from home. But instead of solving the problem, his absence became another weapon in the ongoing war. His wife, feeling neglected and humiliated, began confiding in friends, painting a picture of a man obsessed with football, but blind to his own crumbling home. The tension boiled over when money entered the picture. Travis's wife, once his biggest supporter, began questioning his financial decisions. There were whispers of risky investments, shady advisors, and millions vanishing from their accounts without clear explanation. Some even claim she accused him of hiding money in secret accounts, desperate to keep her from knowing the full truth of their finances. $40 million is nothing compared to what you've blown already, she allegedly yelled during one particularly vicious fight. "You think I don't know what you've been doing? The endorsements, the deals, the nights you don't come home, do you think I'm stupid?" Fans, of course, had no idea. To them, Travis was still the smiling superstar, flashing diamond watches and sharing playful photos with his wife on social media. But behind closed doors, the fights grew uglier. Neighbors reported hearing screaming matches that rattled through the walls of their gated community, followed by the slamming of car doors as one or the other stormed off into the night. What made matters worse was the involvement of family. Travis's relatives, loyal to him but wary of the drama, began openly questioning his wife's motives. They warned him that she was setting him up, that she wanted more than just a life partner. She wanted control over his empire. Meanwhile, her side of the family painted a very different picture. A young woman trapped in a toxic marriage, clinging to her dignity while her husband prioritized fame over family. The divide between families only fueled the fire. Thanksgiving dinners turned into icy standoffs. Christmas gatherings were abandoned altogether. And once loving relatives found themselves picking sides in a war, no one could. Fans finally caught a glimpse of the cracks when Travis's wife posted a cryptic message online. "Sometimes love isn't enough," she wrote, paired with a photo of herself alone at a luxury resort. The comment section exploded with speculation. Was this a subtle cry for help or the first step in a carefully planned exit strategy? Either way, it sent shockwaves through the fan base. Travis tried to play it off. Posting motivational quotes and football highlights. But the damage was done. Insiders claim that was the moment his wife began preparing her escape. She quietly met with lawyers, gathering documents and compiling a list of demands that would soon land like a grenade in Travis's lap. And then came the final straw. A confrontation so heated it allegedly ended with police being called to their home. Though no arrests were made, neighbors say flashing lights lit up the quiet street that night, cementing the image of a marriage beyond repair. Within weeks, the divorce papers were filed. And not just any papers, these came with a demand that shocked even seasoned legal experts. $40 million. That's the number she placed on her pain, her silence, and her freedom. The news hit Travis like a blitz on the field. $40 million wasn't just a financial hit, was a direct threat to everything he had built. Endorsements could dry up, contracts could be questioned, and fans might start to wonder whether their hero was the man they thought he was. "This is my life you're trying to destroy," Travis reportedly told her during a tearful phone call after the filing. But her response was ice cold. "No, Travis. This is the life you destroyed yourself." Friends say that line left him broken. Suddenly, the man who seemed untouchable was vulnerable, his empire teetering on the edge. The divorce filing quickly became public, and fans erupted in shock. Social media timelines flooded with disbelief, memes, and conspiracy theories. Was she being greedy, or was this the price of surviving a marriage to a superstar? As the chaos unfolded, people close to Travis described him as a man spiraling. He was reportedly skipping practices, avoiding calls, and retreating into the shadows. Endorsements that once relied on his squeaky clean image began to waver. And whispers of bankruptcy began circulating like wildfire. But even as he struggled to regain control, drama was far from over. Because just as Travis was trying to gather himself, another shocking twist was about to surface, one that would throw the entire story into even darker territory, leaving fans gasping for answers. The revelation that came next sent shockwaves through both the sports world and Hollywood-style gossip circles. Just as Travis Hunter was licking his wounds from the $40 million divorce demand, rumors began to swirl of a betrayal that cut deeper than any financial blow. Insiders claim that his wife had not only been plotting her exit, but had also been growing close to one of Travis's longtime friends, a confidant he had trusted like a brother. When the whispers first surfaced, fans dismissed them as tabloid exaggeration. But then came the photos. Grainy paparazzi shots showed his wife dining at an upscale restaurant with a friend, their heads bowed close together, laughter spilling out into the night. To outsiders, it could have been innocent. But to Travis, already paranoid and raw with emotion, it felt like the ultimate knife in the back. "You brought him into our home," he reportedly shouted during another late-night argument, his voice breaking. "You let him eat at my table, play with my kids. And this is what you do." She didn't deny the closeness, sources say, but insisted it was nothing more than support during a difficult time. "He listened when you wouldn't," she told him coldly. "Don't twist this into something it's not." But for Travis, the damage was done. His trust was shattered and his anger boiled over into despair. Fans soon picked up on his state of mind when he posted a cryptic message to social. Media, betrayal cuts deeper than poverty. The post was deleted within minutes, but not before screenshots spread like wildfire. Suddenly, the narrative shifted. This wasn't just a messy divorce, it was a soap opera of lies, betrayal, and loyalty ripped apart. Fans were divided, with some accusing his wife of manipulation, while others argued she had endured years of neglect. hashtags trended overnight, with people debating who was the real villain in this saga. As if that weren't enough, family members began airing dirty laundry of their own. One of Travis's cousins went live on social media, claiming that his wife had been planning this cash grab for months. "She's been scheming, y'all," the cousin ranted. "She's been stacking receipts, waiting for the perfect time to strike." Travis was too blind to see it. Her family clapped back almost immediately. Her sister released a lengthy statement accusing Travis of being emotionally unavailable and dismissive, painting her as a woman who had finally found the courage to stand up for herself. "She deserves every penny," the sister wrote. "$40 million won't erase the years of hurt." But it's a start. Emotions ran high and the family feud spilled into the media. Reporters camped outside courthouses while gossip sites churned out new headlines daily. Insiders described the atmosphere in Travis's camp as pure chaos. Every phone call brought more bad news: an endorsement deal pulling back, a sponsor demanding explanations, a lawyer warning of possible bankruptcy if the settlement went through. And then, in a twist no one saw coming, his wife allegedly made a shocking move. During a private mediation session, she demanded not only the $40 million payout, but also partial ownership of one of his lucrative endorsement deals. The audacity of the request stunned even the lawyers in the room. "You can't just take my career," Travis reportedly said, slamming his hand on the table. "Football is all I have left." "You took years from me," she snapped back. "So yes, I can." The standoff left mediators speechless, and the session ended without resolution. But leaks from that meeting painted a picture of a marriage turned into war, where love was no longer part of the equation, only power and survival. As the legal battle escalated, fans began to notice changes in Travis's demeanor. He appeared disheveled in public, his once confident stride replaced by nervous glances and downcast eyes. Teammates whispered that he was distracted on the field, his mind elsewhere. Coaches reportedly pulled him aside, urging him to get his personal life under control before it destroyed his career. But Travis couldn't escape the storm. Even when he tried to focus on the game, reporters bombarded him with questions about the divorce. Every press conference turned into a spectacle, with journalists prying into his private life. "I just want to play football," he muttered during one tense exchange. But his tired eyes told a different story. The weight of public scrutiny grew heavier when a shocking detail emerged. In leaked court documents, his wife had accused him of reckless spending, alleging he had squandered millions on luxury cars, high-stakes gambling, and lavish parties that she claimed left their finances in shambles. Fans were stunned. Was Travis the victim of a greedy spouse, or was he secretly spiraling long before the divorce? The debate raged on, dividing his supporters and fueling the tabloid frenzy. And just when it seemed the scandal couldn't get any bigger, another twist dropped like a bombshell. According to insiders, Travis's wife had been offered a tell-all book deal. The publishing world was buzzing with rumors that she was ready to spill every secret, from their first date to their final fight, in a manuscript that could rake in millions. For Travis, this was more than betrayal. It was humiliation on a public scale. "You're turning my life into a circus," he reportedly begged during a tense phone call. But her response was merciless. It was already a circus. "I'm just selling tickets." The thought of his private life splashed across bookstores made Travis sick. But insiders say the deal was already moving forward. His lawyers scrambled to stop it, threatening legal action, but the damage was already done. Whispers of cheating, reckless spending, and emotional neglect began swirling in online forums, with fans dissecting every rumor as if it were gospel. The family was left divided. The fans were shocked, and Travis himself was teetering on the edge. His world, once a carefully curated image of success and happiness, was now collapsing in real time. But the drama wasn't finished yet, because just as the divorce battle reached its boiling point, a new player entered the story, someone from Travis's past with secrets of their own, ready to add fuel to the fire. The arrival of this new figure from Travis's past turned the already messy divorce into something resembling a prime-time soap opera. Insiders revealed that an ex-girlfriend, someone Travis had dated briefly before his marriage, suddenly resurfaced with claims that threatened to derail everything. At first, no one paid much attention. Rumors of ex-lovers stepping into high-profile scandals are nothing new. But this woman came with receipts-old text messages, photos, even alleged voicemails. She claimed that Travis had never truly let her go, that their connection had carried on long after his marriage began. The timing was brutal. With divorce hearings underway and bankruptcy whispers swirling, these allegations added gasoline to an already raging fire. Gossip sites exploded. Fans were left in disbelief. And Travis's carefully built reputation took yet another hit. He told me I was the one who got away, the ex reportedly said in a leaked message. He said he felt trapped, that he couldn't be himself at home. Whether true or fabricated, those words spread like wildfire. His wife seized on the scandal, her legal team arguing that this was proof of emotional betrayal and grounds for an even larger settlement. This isn't just about money anymore, her lawyer declared. This is about justice. Friends close to Travis insisted it was all lies, that the ex was simply seeking her 15 minutes of fame. But the court of public opinion is rarely fair. Fans flooded comment sections with outrage, disappointment, and wild speculation. Some stood by him, arguing that everyone makes mistakes. Others turned on him completely, branding him as a hypocrite who built his image on false pretenses. The pressure pushed Travis to the brink. Insiders claimed he barely slept, spending nights pacing his mansion, his phone buzzing nonstop with calls from lawyers, agents, and worried family members. "Why is everyone trying to destroy me?" He reportedly broke down during a late-night call to a friend. "All I ever wanted was to play, to provide, to win. Now I'm losing everything." His emotional spiral didn't go unnoticed. Teammates described him as distant, distracted, even breaking down in tears after practice. Coaches urged him to seek counseling, but Travis brushed it off, determined to handle things alone. And then came another blow, this one financial. A major sponsor, nervous about the negative headlines, quietly pulled out of a multi-million-dollar deal. The loss sent shockwaves through his camp, with legal fees piling up and the looming threat of a $40 million payout. Every canceled deal pushed him closer to financial ruin. Fans who once admired his flashy lifestyle now saw it as reckless extravagance. Tabloids plastered images of his luxury cars, private jets, and diamond-encrusted watches with headlines asking, "Where did all the money go?" The narrative was shifting fast. Travis wasn't just a star athlete caught in a messy divorce. He was being painted as a man undone by his own hubris. His family tried to rally around him, but even that brought more drama. One of his uncles went on record accusing his wife of orchestrating the entire scandal with the ex-girlfriend, claiming it was a coordinated attack designed to break Travis both emotionally and financially. They're teaming up against him. The uncle fumed. "This isn't just divorce, it's an ambush. Divorce, it's an ambush." Whether true or not, the accusation only deepened the divide. Her family called it a desperate attempt to smear her character, while his supporters insisted it was proof of a larger conspiracy. In the midst of the chaos, Travis made a bold move. He sat down for an emotional interview, his first public words since the scandal erupted. Visibly shaken, he spoke about the pain of betrayal, the weight of public judgment, and the fear of losing everything he had worked for. "I'm not perfect," he admitted, his voice cracking, "but I'm not the monster people are making me out to be. I've given my life to this game, to my family, to my fans. Now it feels like everyone wants to see me fail." The interview divided audiences. Some sympathized with his vulnerability, praising him for opening up. Others dismissed it as damage control, accusing him of playing the victim. But behind the cameras, sources say Travis's situation grew even darker. Creditors began circling. Lawyers warned of mounting debts. And whispers of bankruptcy turned into serious discussions. His wife, meanwhile, seemed unbothered. She was spotted smiling at high-end boutiques, photographed in designer outfits, and attending parties with her friends. To critics, it looked like she was celebrating while he crumbled. To supporters, it was the picture of a woman finally free from years of emotional neglect. And just when it seemed the scandal had reached its peak, yet another twist emerged. Court documents leaked suggesting that Travis's wife had recordings of private conversations, heated arguments, and confessions made in vulnerable moments. Insiders claimed she was ready to use them in court, and if released, they could destroy what little remained of his reputation. The thought of his most private words becoming public left Travis shaken. "She's not just trying to take my money," he confided to a teammate. "She's trying to erase me." The tension reached a boiling point when both sides arrived at court for a crucial hearing. Paparazzi swarmed the steps, capturing every glare, every whispered word. Inside, lawyers clashed in fiery exchanges, each side painting the other as manipulative and destructive. The atmosphere was electric, emotions running high. Fans followed every update online as if it were the latest episode of a hit drama series. Memes circulated, hashtags trended. And the world watched as a once untouchable star fought for his future. But as the day ended, no resolution was reached. The judge postponed the decision, citing the need for further evidence. And in that pause, both sides prepared for the next round of this high-stakes war. What no one knew, however, was that another revelation, one far more explosive than anything so far, was waiting just around the corner. And when it hit, it would change the entire narrative, leaving fans gasping and families divided like never before. The explosive revelation that followed was the kind of twist that even Hollywood scriptwriters would hesitate to invent. Just days after the tense courtroom showdown, leaked documents surfaced online. Allegedly, showing that Travis Hunter was drowning in secret debts far greater than anyone imagined. While fans had speculated about his reckless spending, these papers painted a darker picture. Millions owed to shadowy investors, unpaid loans, and whispers of high-stakes gambling gone wrong. The leak hit like a thunderclap. The man fans once idolized as a symbol of success was now being portrayed as a superstar living on borrowed time. His wife's $40 million demand no longer looked outrageous. It looked impossible. He's already broke. One anonymous insider claimed, "$40 million doesn't exist anymore. She's asking for money that's already gone." The news left the fan base stunned. How could a man with multi-million-dollar contracts and endorsements be teetering on the edge of bankruptcy? Theories erupted online. Some argued he had been manipulated by greedy advisors. Others insisted the pressure of fame had pushed him into destructive habits. But for Travis, the leak wasn't just embarrassing, it was catastrophic. The revelation undermined his defense in court, making him appear both irresponsible and untrustworthy. "They're trying to bury me alive," he told a close friend, his voice reportedly shaking. "I can't breathe anymore." The betrayal stung even deeper when suspicions grew that the leak had come from someone inside his own household. Whispers pointed toward his wife, suggesting she had orchestrated the release to strengthen her case and humiliate him in the process. "She's playing chess while I'm still trying to figure out the rules," Travis admitted in a private moment. According to one teammate, the tension between the couple escalated to volcanic levels. Mediation sessions turned into screaming matches, with accusations flying across the table. "You're destroying everything I built." Travis allegedly shouted, "You destroyed it yourself." She fired back, "I'm just making sure I don't go down with you." Their families, already fractured, became openly hostile. His relatives accused her of being ruthless, of turning a marital dispute into a public execution. Her side countered with claims that she was the victim of years of emotional neglect and deserved every cent. And just when it seemed the situation couldn't spiral further, another bombshell landed. Paparazzi captured images of Travis's wife meeting secretly with a well-known publisher, fueling speculation that her tell-all book was moving forward faster than expected. Insiders whispered that the manuscript was already in draft form, complete with explosive chapters about their most intimate fights, his alleged infidelities, and the financial chaos behind the scenes. Travis was devastated. "She's rewriting my life into a story I don't even recognize," he reportedly said, burying his face in his hands. How do you fight back against something like that? The potential fallout was staggering. If the book went public, it could destroy not only his reputation, but also any chance of salvaging his career. Endorsements would vanish, contracts could be voided, and fans who still clung to his side might abandon him completely. Fans, meanwhile, were divided into camps that fought like rival armies online. Some defended Travis fiercely, claiming he was the victim of a calculated takedown by a vindictive spouse. Others rallied behind his wife, hailing her as a survivor reclaiming her power. Hashtags supporting both sides trended daily, turning their divorce into a digital battleground. Amid all this chaos, Travis made a shocking move. Instead of retreating further, he confronted the storm head-on. Sources say he began working on his own counter-narrative, considering an explosive interview series where he would lay bare his truth, expose betrayals, and reclaim control of the story. "If she's writing a book, maybe I need to write one too," he told a confidant. "I won't let her be the only voice." But whether this bold strategy would save him or sink him deeper remained uncertain. What was clear was that his empire was already crumbling. Luxury cars were quietly sold, real estate holdings were rumored to be liquidated, and his once lavish lifestyle shrank overnight. Fans who once envied his glittering world now watched in real time as it collapsed into rubble. Memes mocked him, headlines ridiculed him, and late-night talk shows used his downfall as punchlines. Yet, beneath the jokes, there was a tragic undertone. The image of a man who had once seemed untouchable, now reduced to fighting for survival. The court case dragged on, each hearing more explosive than the last. Recordings were teased but never fully revealed. Rumors swirled of hidden assets, and every appearance by either Travis or his wife became front-page news. Their lives had transformed into a reality show playing out before millions. Every twist dissected, every expression scrutinized. And then came the most chilling moment of all. During a private conversation overheard by a mutual friend, Travis reportedly confessed, "I don't care about the money anymore. I don't care about the fame. I just want this nightmare to end." Those words spread quickly, painting a picture of a man crushed under the weight of betrayal, financial ruin, and relentless public judgment. Fans were left torn between sympathy and scorn, wondering how the once bright future of Travis Hunter had devolved into a battlefield of lawyers, leaks, and heartbreak. Leaks and heartbreak. The saga ended for now with no clear winner. The judge postponed a final ruling, leaving both sides in limbo. The $40 million demand still hung over Travis like a storm cloud. Bankruptcy loomed on the horizon, and the threat of tell-all books and leaked recordings promised more chaos ahead as the dust settled. One thing was certain: the story of Travis Hunter's downfall was far from over. The betrayals, the accusations, and the unanswered questions had turned his life into a cliffhanger. The world couldn't stop watching. And so, here we are, standing at the edge of one of the most shocking scandals to ever rock the world of sports and celebrity drama. Travis Hunter, once seen as the golden boy, destined for greatness, now finds himself entangled in a storm of betrayal, accusations, and financial ruin. A $40 million demand that could shatter his empire whispers of secret debts, and explosive rumors of tell-all books have left fans reeling. The family is divided, friends are choosing sides, and the court of public opinion has turned his private life into public entertainment. But here's the real question: is Travis truly the villain in this story? A man undone by arrogance and reckless choices? Or is he the victim of a carefully orchestrated takedown by a partner who knew exactly how to hit him where it hurt most? The answers remain tangled in secrecy, and every new leak only deepens the mystery. And what about the future? Will Travis claw his way back from the brink, proving his resilience on the field?